My name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N-O''H-A-R-A. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. About 2:08 p.m., Minneapolis Police received a 911 call of shots fired in the park behind me. Shortly thereafter, a police lieutenant on patrol near Penn and Dowling encountered a motorist that was flagging them down. The motorist had an 11-year-old boy in his car that had a life-threatening gunshot wound. The lieutenant began CPR on the boy immediately, who was then later transported to the hospital and was pronounced at the scene. Through the investigation, which again is preliminary, we have learned that the Good Samaritan, about 2 blocks away on Morgan, came into contact with this boy and another male. He put the boy in his vehicle, and that's when he ran into the police officer at Penn and Dowling, which is where medical aid began. It appears that a shooting occurred directly behind me in this driveway. There's ballistic evidence there, and it appears that the shooting is related to some vehicles that were driving through the park. There's a report that at least one of them had been driving across the grass in the park, and then at some point a shooting occurred directly behind me in the driveway. The information that we have is very limited at this time, but I cannot emphasize how terrible it is to have an 11-year-old boy shot during the day and killed. But it's clear that there were other people here when this happened, and so we are making a plea to please anyone that was here come forward and provide information, even anonymously, to help us bring some sense of justice to this child's family. Our investigators have been on the scene, and they are following up on a number of leads, but we absolutely need the public's help.
How many suspects are you looking for? Any information about who you're looking for?
There were multiple people here, but as best I can tell, there is at least one shooter at this time. So we're looking for at least one shooter, but that does not mean that there may have been others.
Was this shooting from a vehicle to another vehicle, or was it person-to-person outside vehicles? Do you know?
I'm not going to get into those specifics, but this was definitely related to the vehicles that were driving through the park here.
Was the child an unintended target, to the best of your knowledge?
I cannot say that.
Like, were they caught in a crossfire?
I can't say that.
The child you said was with 2 blocks over. Was that adult with the child here too?
No,
or was this
so that was a Good Samaritan that was home, about 2 blocks away, and heard cries for help between the child that was shot and one other male that were with him.
another male that was with him?
There was another male with the victim, yes,
And
at that time.
They walked over that way from the park and got help?
Yeah, I cannot say how they got from here to that location. I'm not saying that they walked there. That's part of the investigation.
But that's where
that child was found.
Somebody
Yes.
that lives there
Yep.
responded and put them in the
Yes,
car to go.
came out of their house, put them in their car, drove towards Penn to go to the hospital, and ran into the police.
So that was an adult male, Chief?
Yes.
That was with the child here?
No, just another male.
Just another male?
Yep. It was an adult that is the Good Samaritan.
Samaritan
Yes,
is the adult.
yes.
So are we talking 2 juveniles then, the 11-year-old that died and the other?
Yeah, definitely the victim, we believe, is 11 years old, and that's all we're going to say.
Can you tell us, do you have any idea how many shots might have been fired?
We don't. We don't. There was not a shot spotter activation, so we don't know with certainty. Obviously, there's shell casings on the ground that are going to be recovered. However, with vehicles involved, it's always possible that other casings are inside of those vehicles and then left the scene.
So multiple rounds?
Yes, multiple rounds, yes.
Any idea, could it be then, there's multiple rounds and multiple weapons? Or unclear?
We're not ruling that out. I'm just saying that there was at least one weapon, at least one shooter. So again, we're not ruling that out. We do have some conflicting information right now.
Has the child been taken to the medical examiner?
I,
mean,
I,
is the
I
body
don't
gone?
believe the body has at this point, but will
It's
be.
still unseen?
Yes.
So when you said that you believe it was related to the vehicles driving through and over the grass, meaning that would be the suspects, or was the victim here associated with those vehicles? I guess it's a little confusing.
So, yeah, we don't know for sure.
Like, was
But-
the kid playing at the park?
You know, we don't know for sure. It is the best I can tell you. Obviously, there were at least 3 vehicles involved that were driving through the park. At least one of which, at some point, is driving across the grass, and we just cannot say conclusively, you know, what was going on between them.
Was the 11-year-old shot multiple times?
I don't know that for sure. I know at least one life-threatening injury.
And any idea that this may be related to any other incident leading up to this?
Not yet. No.
And gang activity, can't really say anything.
Can't say anything, but obviously, you know, we have had a problem for some time with stolen cars and juveniles and stolen cars, you know, driving through the park and driving reckless in general. So again, we don't know that for sure, but we just are aware that has been an ongoing problem.
And are you getting any pushback from some of the witnesses, or are they?
You know, obviously, it's extremely emotional right now. Whenever anyone is killed, but especially when a child so young is killed. So you know, again, we're hopeful that there are other people who were here, or other people who know what happened, that they could, you know, even anonymously come forward and help this investigation.
Any video here, Chief, that you're going to be able to review? Any kind of security video?
Yes, there's video. Yep. Yes.
Any kind of a description you can put on the cars?
Not yet.
You'll let us know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
so much.